Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Armstrong with today's Matters of the Mind. Thank you all for joining in today. So, what we're going to do today, we're going to dive into the world of your mind. Okay, the world of your mind. Have you ever felt like your thoughts were running a marathon without your permission? And you're not alone. Um, we're going to explore how to hop off that treadmill and try to see the world a little bit differently today. Okay. That's what we're going to focus on. So, the brain, the brain, the brain is like a supercomputer. It processes thousands of thoughts every day. Okay. Thousands and thousands of thoughts every single day. Sometimes it gets a little out of control. It gets a bit over into over enthusiastic, so to speak, especially with the negative thoughts. Some of our minds have been trained to think so negatively that we don't ever have the opportunity to think positively. So, do you ever wonder why the negative thoughts are like the sticky notes? Why do they stick in our minds? It's because once they are there, uh, they have a tendency to like to stick around. All right. But the good news is this: we can clean that up, folks. We can clean up that unwanted mental clutter that's in our minds. Okay. Reframing is like giving your thoughts a makeover. Okay. It's not about swapping true thoughts for false positivity, but finding a more balanced and perspective approach to thinking. For instance, if you think I can't do anything right, let's pause and then reframe that. I make mistakes, but I also have many successes. See? And that even makes you feel better than just sticking with "I always make mistakes. I can't do anything right." Okay. Now, thought restructuring is like the detective work. You're on a mission to find evidence against those negative thoughts. So you ask yourself, is this thought 100% true? What evidence do I have? Here's the spoiler. You'll often find that the that that thought isn't as solid as it is seemed to be in your head. All right. So let's try to do it in a more practical approach. Right. One way that we can counteract negativity is the best friend method. Ask yourself, would I say this to my best friend? If not, why say it to yourself? Okay. Other techniques they also include like mindfulness, journaling, thought stoppage, where you tell your mind stop when a negative thought arises. Stop when negative thoughts seem to be intrusive. You tell it to stop. So yes, it is okay to speak to yourself. All right. It sounds it sounds simple, but it's a surprisingly effective method. All right. A few more ways to help restructure your negative thoughts is to identify automatic negative thoughts. Start by recognizing your automatic negative thoughts. We all have a pathology, we all have a way of thinking. All right. We need to recognize them. These are often the immediate, unfiltered reactions. Remember, there's a difference between reactions and responses. Okay. These are the unfiltered reactions that you have to certain situations. Common examples includes thoughts like "I always fail" or "nobody likes me." Things along that line that are just automatic. Okay, awareness is the first step in changing how you think. Challenge and question your thoughts. Once you identify a negative thought, we want to step into challenging the accuracy and the basis in reality. Okay, is this an accurate thought? And is this actually based in reality, or am I over catastrophizing something that's not even real? Okay, so you ask yourself the questions: is this thought really true? Or what evidence do I have to support or refute this thought? This helps to break down the thought's validity and often reveal it to be an exaggeration or misconception, and oftentimes an over catastrophic viewpoint. All right. So then we want to look for alternative interpretations. Alternative interpretations. Try to find a more balanced or positive way to interpret the same situation. For instance, all right, now listen to me closely here, okay? For instance, instead of thinking, "I completely ruined the presentation," you could restructure and reframe that thought by saying, "I had some difficulties in my presentation, but I learned a valuable lesson for the next time." And so then that gives you that reinforcement to go back, study that presentation, and present it another time in a better way. Instead of just saying, "Oh man, forget this. This ain't gonna work." Nah. Restructure. Okay. Practice positive affirmations. Everybody's doing it these days. Practice your positive affirmations. Okay. Statements that you can repeat to yourself to foster positive thinking. These should be realistic and credible. For example, again, I want to give you these examples to go off of. Instead of saying, "I'm the best at everything," a more realistic affirmation might be, "I am capable and I can handle challenges that come my way." This gives you a more definite self encouraging way to look at it and not seem puffed up. Okay, because we don't want to falsely puff ourselves up. Okay. And here's the big one. And this is the one that I want to hone in on. And people, I need you to understand this. Focus on what you can change. Focus on what you can control. Often, negative thinking stems from focusing on worries or aspects of your situation that are out of your control. Shift your focus. Shift your focus to what you can control: your actions, your response, your preparation, and let go of what you can't. This helps in creating a more powerful and proactive mindset. There are things that are out of your control that you cannot control. You let them go. Point blank. As long as it's something that that is not deemed to be detrimental to you, there are things you just can't control. We have to accept that we can't control everything. Remember, folks, changing thought patterns is a journey, not a race. Be patient and be kind to yourself. And as you learn to reframe and restructure those thoughts, give yourself the space and the opportunity to do so. And when you do so, you have the opportunity to even learn more just by pacing yourself and practicing. Okay. At the end of this video, I want you to get this: practice thinking positively. Practice thinking in a more positive way because there is a difference. Okay? Thank you, folks. Learn to practice positive thinking patterns and develop them and practice them and put them in motion and use them in your everyday life. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, and share. That's the commercial that we have to say. I appreciate everyone for listening in today. Hopefully, something that I said will help you along your journey of healing. Thank you, folks. Have a great day.